What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's filthiest pitches of the day. I am Pitching Ninja and I'm here with the man, Sticky Will Leahey.
It's been a while since anybody called me that, Ninja. So, Ninja, the Mets are rolling, man. Won 8 of the last 10. They're closing up this series against the Cubs. Cue the trumpets. Let's bring in Edwin Diaz, finish this game off. Oh, what's that? The dreaded kicked out of the game for sticky stuff on the hands, Ninja. Diaz never even threw a pitch. How do you feel about this ejection, Ninja?
I feel we traded in the trumpets and narcos for a bugle and taps, it seemed like. We've seen this over and over again. My big thing is let's get rid of the umpire's judgment in all this. Like every umpire, whenever somebody gets taken out of the game for this, they say, hands were stickier than I've ever felt, or something along those lines. And it's kind of a canned answer. Why don't we have something to measure how sticky someone's hand is? And you can also obviously take apart the substance and figure out what it was made of. So if somebody's using something other than rosin and sweat, we can probably tell. We have that technology. Someone's using something too sticky, have them grab, I don't know, anything from a lead ball to a piece of paper, make it consistent across the league. If it sticks to your hand, then you either got to wash it off or you're ejected. I don't really care, but I hate the subjectivity in it. Give us a little bit more. We measure so many things in baseball, Will. We measure bat speed, velo, spin rate, the strike zone, catch probability, sprint speed, everything. We measure bats to see how balls bounce off of it. They test them to make sure they haven't been tampered with. We can do this with baseballs. We have the technology. It is 2024. Let's just get this right so we just take away any just ambiguity with it. Not ambiguity, because that would be too sticky. Anyway, we're going to start with our whip around the league. Let's start off with Christopher Sanchez, who had 4 Ks and 7 scoreless innings. He did the D-backs bats dirty by shutting them down, with the Phils winning 4-1. He had these dirty changeups. He faced Slade Ciccone, who had 2 Ks in 3 innings, giving up 1 run, and he was singing to his team, "Come on, get some runs." Max Fried had 4 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run as the Braves scalped the Yankees 3-1. He had this elevated fastball, the sinker here to win the fried rice competition, and had this bowel-locking curveball. He faced nasty Nestor Cortez, who had 7 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 3 runs, and this drop-down sinker and these wicked cutters. The Red Sox shaded the Reds 7-4. Nick Lodolo had 3 Ks in 4 2/3 innings, giving up 3 earned runs and had these curveballs. Zach Kelly was the opener and had 3 Ks in 3 2/3 innings, giving up no runs and had these changeups. Reese Olson had 3 Ks in 6 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs as the Tigers ate the White Sox 11-2. He had these fastballs and curveballs. Johnny Cannon turned on the Tigers, but misfired, giving up 8 runs in 1 inning. We're not going to show him. Bryce Miller had a rare bad outing, giving up 6 runs in 4 innings with only 3 Ks. He had this sinker and splitter as the Marlins splashed cold water on the Mariners 6-4. He faced Kyle Tyler. Don't trust anybody who has 2 first names because he might shut you down. He had 2 Ks in 4 innings, giving up 2 runs and had this curveball for a sword. Yusei Kikuchi had 3 Ks in 2 innings, giving up 4 runs. He had this fastball, this changeup, and curveball for a sword. And he faced Tristan McKenzie, who had 6 Ks in 3 innings, giving up 3 hits and 3 runs. That was just enough for the Slim Reaper to take the Blue Jays' souls 6-5. He had these fastballs and nasty curveballs. Framber Valdez had 7 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 1 run as the Astros shot down the Orioles 8-1. Valdez had this 97-mile-an-hour two-seamer. That thing was wicked, as well as these dirty changeups and curveball. Michael King had 8 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 5 runs. He had this fastball, two-seamer, and sliders, but King was dethroned by the Amish pitcher Tobias Myers, who helped the Brewers beat the Padres 6-2. Tobias, come in here. Stop working with the crops. We need you to pitch. He did have 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run. He had this fastball, slider, and changeup. Sonny Gray had 8 Ks in 7 innings, giving up only 1 hit and 1 run. He took a perfect game deep into this game, into the 7th inning. He had these elevated fastballs, these two-seamers, but to me, the sweeper was the story. Ridiculous sweepers here over and over again. As the sun shined on the Cardinals, they won 5-3. They faced Logan Webb, who had 8 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 4 runs. He had these changeups, and he had a disgusting sweeper too. Max Scherzer is back. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Yay! Woo! He had 4 Ks in 5 scoreless innings, giving up only 1 hit and no walks. Really good outing from Scherzer. He had these fastballs and sliders and picked up a sword with his slider as Mad Max outbattled the Royals 4-0. He faced Alec Marsh, who had 4 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs. He had this painted two-seamer and this paintish two-seamer. Jake Irvin had 10 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run on 3 hits. These fastballs, curveballs that were absolutely wicked. And again, I say this over and over again. I love Jake Irvin's curveball. It's really nasty. He faced Kyle Freeland, who had 4 Ks in 6 scoreless innings, giving up only 1 hit. And these fastballs, knuckle curves, and sliders. Freeland just pitched really, really well. Unfortunately for them, the White Sox still beat the Rockies 2-1. Luis Severino was outstanding yesterday with 10 strikeouts and 6 scoreless innings, giving up only 3 hits. It was like old Sevy was back and with a vengeance. He had these fastballs, picking up a sword, these sweepers, just a whole bunch of nasty stuff. I loved his energy the entire game. Look at him after his last K. He's loving life. There's not many pitchers more fun to watch when Sevy's on, just because he just gives you his all. Dude gets absolutely fired up. He faced Javier Assad, who had no Ks, so we don't give him anything except for this elevated fastball, very elevated fastball, that he nearly hit Marlin Man with. I mean, you can't miss Marlin Man. Wearing that orange, I would be distracted too. Throw him on. Why not?
I've always loved how Marlins man chose the absolute worst uniform and color scheme in baseball history, and he stuck with it even though the Marlins haven't.
Pablo Lopez was ridiculous yesterday with 14 strikeouts and 8 scoreless innings, giving up only 2 hits. He had these fastballs. He had 10 swings and misses on his heaters yesterday. He had 19 total swings and misses for the game, including swings and misses on his changeups, his sweepers, his curveballs. I mean, where has this Pablo Lopez been? Has he been saving it up just to unleash it?
It's about time. Pablo's had a rough go of it after having a couple of fantastic seasons in a row, and it's nice to see him back to recent form.
It is, because he's one of my favorite pitchers. I say that a lot. I say that, I bet you say that to all the pitchers. But no, he really is. He's a great dude. He helped the Twins shut down the A's 3-0. He faced Hollywood Hogan Harris, who had 2 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs, and had the slider and curveball. In what I consider the outing of the day yesterday, I know Pablo Lopez had 14 Ks yesterday. I get it. Luis Severino, 10 Ks yesterday. I get it. I'm looking at stuff. For my money, the stuff of the day goes to the man, Paul Skenes, who had 8 strikeouts in 7 innings, giving up only 1 run, and that was on this El Cheapo home run. You can hear it hit off the foul pole, go dong. Like, that kind of scared me. I didn't know what that was. And that's on the first pitch of the game. Like, he gave up a home run on the first pitch of the game. Games don't start until pitch number 2. We know this. He had these splinkers, 94 and 95 miles an hour, and painted with it. He got a K on this slider off the plate. But the story of the game for Skenes was his fastball. He had this elevated 99-mile-an-hour heater. He had this 100-mile-an-hour gas. He picked up 7 whiffs on his fastball, 5 on his splinker for 12 whiffs total. And he hit 100 miles an hour on his 97th pitch of the game. And then his 98th pitch of the game, Will, you know what he did?
He freaked it, Ninja.
He freaked it, Will. 102 miles an hour. I love the call here.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson. Paul Skenes is for real. 102 on his final pitch of the day.
Great call, great pitch, great reaction from Skenes. Velo check, smile, walks off the mound a hero. His ERA this year is now 2.14, and he's only allowed 8 walks all season. Will, I'm checking with you. Is Paul Skenes an all-star? Your answer is he is an all-star, right?
I said he needed a couple more starts, and if he has another start or two like this, I think he is. He has 8 starts now. He's been really, really good the whole time with no down games. A couple more like this, I think he legitimately should be an all-star.
I can tell you if the fans were voting on this, we would see Paul Skenes starting the All-Star game because I think he is the most exciting pitcher in baseball, carries himself well. And honestly, if anything, he's gotten bad luck in these starts versus good luck because I think he's actually better than his ERA is. Like, that's just my opinion. Don't sue me. I'm just a ninja. He did all of this stuff, all of this dominant pitching. And did the Pirates win? No, they didn't. They lost 3-1. Aaron Savali pitched well. He had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run on 3 hits. His curveball that was 3,165 RPMs, as well as his cutters. But still, everybody's going to remember Paul Skenes. Nobody's going to remember anything else from this game until the end of the year where the Pirates missed the playoffs by a game. Now onto my filthiest relievers. Jose Alvarado had these wicked cutters. Ryan Helsley had these overpowering sliders. Clay Holmes had this sinker and slider. Raisel Iglesias had these filthy changeups. Joe Jimenez got this K because Juan Soto was trying to call a timeout, just gave up, walk away, throws the pitch, it's a K. Sorry, Juan, you called timeout too late. You don't really think you deserve to get time here, do you? That's ridiculous. Shuffle off to the dugout. Justin Martinez had these sinkers, 100 and 101 miles an hour, and this wicked slider. Tommy Kahnle threw 17 changeups in a row yesterday and had these Ks with them. 17 changeups, nothing other than a changeup he threw. Prince Albert had this wicked curveball. And Taylor and Tyler Rogers pitched in the same inning yesterday, so I decided to do a little overlay with them just so you can see what it would be like if you had to hit against both of these guys. It'd be a pain. Suffice it to say, you couldn't do it. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, we have Jake Irvin and his curveballs. At number 4, Sonny Gray and his sweepers. At number 3, Pablo Lopez and his whole freaking outing. He had 14 Ks. Like, I'm not going to go through and pick one of those. At number 2, Emmanuel Clase and this 93-mile-an-hour slider. And at number 1, Paul Skenes and his 102-mile-an-hour heater on his 98th pitch. There have only been 2 other pitchers to throw 102 miles an hour or more in the 7th inning in a game. 2 starting pitchers, Garrett Cole, Sandy Alcantara, and Paul Skenes. Pretty good company. And now my pitching ninja moment of Zen. If you tag the helmet, you just learned it is not part of the body unless it's the purple helmet. My picks of the day today are a 4-leg same-game parlay plus. I'm going to start out with a same-game parlay of Brian Wu for 4 Ks or more and Taj Bradley for 6 Ks or more, and then add in Aaron Nola for 6 Ks or more and Matt Waldron for 5 Ks or more. And then I'm going to add in the 30% same-game parlay profit boost for any same-game parlay or same-game parlay plus of 3 legs or more. What would your picks of the day be?